see something. It's probably deer. These past few weeks have been pretty rough for me. I work in a lab that tests for virus. Here's something you don't see every day. But it would completely die after just a few seconds. And every 4 to 5 minutes, they were trying it for a couple of hours. This section was challenging. It took 6 separate trips and 11 days of hiking to make 48 miles of progress. Due to its remoteness and some unforeseen obstacles, I had to hike an extra 22.5 miles, making altogether 70.5 miles before this section was finished. I spent 4 nights alone and away from the road, some of which I slept really well and some of which I didn't at all. Water use was also a major theme in this section, and although many creeks are marked on the map, most were dry, and almost all the springs were some of the most contaminated I've ever seen, due to the presence of livestock. And this meant I had to pack a lot more water weight. It was a hard-fought fight, but it resulted in reaching a goal I've been looking forward to for a long time. Skyline Drive and 18.5 miles from being halfway through Utah. I just arrived in Little Valley. This is where I left off last. This segment is going to be about 16 to 17 miles long. And my wife had to drop me off a little bit earlier due to the road conditions. So I might not be, well, it might be more like 18 miles. So see how it goes. So we're just taking our first break of the day. I'm starting to think I didn't bring enough food. But it's not like I can't stand to lose a few pounds. Good girl, good girl. These past few weeks have been pretty rough for me. I work in a lab that tests for coronavirus antibodies, and it's been very dynamic in the workload. A lot of people haven't been visiting the hospital. I'm just trying to enjoy the sound of nature. And that sounds like cicadas. I didn't know we had cicadas here in Utah. Interesting. Yeah, there's been a lot of social unrest. Recently some rioting going on. So everybody on Facebook is just like out of control with their opinions. So it's just bothersome to hear all the complaining going on constantly at work and on social media. It's just like no escaping it. We're also in the process of buying a new lot to build a house on, so amongst refinancing and buying the lot and all the social unrest going on and the problems at work and trying to get the house ready for an appraisal for the refinance. It's just been rough the last few weeks, so it's nice to just get out in nature and enjoy things for a little bit. Hey, where you going? Oh man, I just want to sleep. So on my last leg, I remember doing quite a bit of mileage the second day, and that included a lot of uphill climbing. Now, I didn't have the gimbal. The gimbal does add 3 or 4 pounds of weight, but we've made it 4, technically 5, since my wife had to drop us off a little bit early due to the road. So I've already made 5 miles today in, I think it's been 3 or 4 hours. That's interesting. And this must be, is it left-hand fork of Hobble Creek or Little Hobble Creek? Something like that. We're going up and over them mountains. Right there. Yeah, I know exactly where we are on the map now. We just saw a deer across the road right here. There it goes. And there Ragnar goes. What was that? Yeah, what was that? What you got there, Ragnar? What you looking at? Must have lost its fawn. Bummer. It doesn't look ran over. Is this still alive? It is. How's that feel? I couldn't really get it to drink. Just have to let nature take its course. I can't tell. I mean, it doesn't look injured, it just looks exhausted. Good luck, my friend. He must have been playing dead. So he took off. It looked like he was hobbling a little bit, but yeah, he must have been playing dead. I was looking forward to this field. I could see it on the map. That means, once again, I know how far I've come. Now that is a gorgeous looking tree. It's definitely seen a few days. She's dedicated. Did you find it? It's hard to find them in there, isn't it? They're sneaky. They're sneaky. This one, somebody's been kind enough to install a little bathtub. Yeah, you'll see how that pipe just goes straight into the ground there. So the ground is filtering that water, and it actually does really well. I've been reading more about this because we might need to do a septic tank on our property that we're buying. And so, yeah, I found out it can be quite clear. So you can kind of see why I decided to do a video about false hellebore as one of my first videos for the plant series, because it's a very distinct looking plant, And I see it all the time, but only at higher elevations. So I was very curious to know what it was. Some areas, it grows very prolifically like this. Well, believe it or not, we made it far enough to see the red rock of Utah's southern desert. It's just a little bit of it, but you can tell it's starting to transition a little bit. Soon enough, we'll be in Utah's southern desert, the high desert, a desert that gets very cold. But man, what a gorgeous sight. Okay, we found a water supply. Now we just need to fill up and set up camp. But I can tell the mosquitoes are crazy right here. I'm going to put a jacket on first. Well, we lucked out. This is going to be our camp for tonight. You can hear the coyotes in the distance. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, I almost lost my base heat. Pretty much the key is think of the center of the fire And you always want to add fuel straight over the center. And that's all I'm really paying attention to, is just stacking right over that center. Because the flames will go straight up, all that heat will go up, looking for fuel. So you just want to pop it right on the top. It sounds like really duh, but you'd be surprised how many people don't really think about that. I added way too much water to my lasagna, so it's like lasagna soup, and it's really good. Looks like we're gonna have a full moon tonight. That should make things nice, so I can see everything going on around me. Oh, I am tired. She sees something. It's probably deer. We saw a lot of deer earlier. Did you see, doggy?